Ladies, 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 ladies. I'm here tonight on the show, and I'm here tonight, or this morning, you could say, here on the show. The reason we're recording this early is I want to get this MLB news video out, before there's any more MLB news that comes out. But also because I'm only up because it's heavy raining outside. There's flooding all in Kentucky. There's like 2 or 3 flood emergencies, flash flood warnings everywhere. That's what I'm watching right now. Flooding coverage, so I'm gonna have to bring out the boat. Buying a boat right now as we speak. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to MLB. So what we're going to talk about here, the first story I'm going to talk about is about the Yankees, the trade from last night. I just don't want to do it. I just wanted to do it in the MLB news video instead of doing it like a separate video. But first thing, the New York Yankees, they have acquired outfielder Andrew Benintendi from the Kansas City Royals per Jack Curry. I really didn't think he was gonna go there because because of the vaccination status, but apparently, according to John Heyman, he's gonna get vaccinated. It's the reason they traded for him, because apparently now he's actually gonna get the jab. So apparently now Andrew Benintendi is going to get the jab so he can play for the Yankees, and especially playing against those Toronto Blue Jays. So I believe they have another series against them. So here's the trade details. Second story. Here, first story was the breaking news of the trade. Second story here is breaking the details. The New York Yankees have acquired outfielder Andrew Benintendi from the Kansas City Royals in exchange for Beck Way, Chandler Champlain, and T.J. Sackam, how do you say his last name, per Joel Sherman. The Royals got absolutely fleeced here. They gave up an all-star outfielder, Andrew Benintendi, for 3 mid-level pitchers. This doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't you try and get some better prospects here? I kind of don't understand this. You're giving an all-star outfielder away for 3 mid-level pitchers. Like, I get they need pitching, but they're not. But they're mid-level prospects for a reason. So, yeah. But the Yankees absolutely win this trade. You got Joey Gallo, who's slumping. The Yankees are actually slumping. You may look at their record, and they're not slumping. They actually are. They've lost 2 to the Mets. They haven't had a good July. I think they're like under 500 in July. So they needed to make this trade. As much as I hate the Yankees, they needed to make this trade. They've been slumping. Stanton's injured. Gallo is absolutely awful. So, good trade here. They win this trade easily. Royals got 3 mid-level prospects who are decent. But if you're a Royals fan, you would have liked to get something better here than decent mid-level prospects for your all-star outfield. Third thing I want to talk about is the New York Mets. They reportedly love Cubs closer David Robertson. They continue to show interest in acquiring him, along with the Rays. They're evaluating Robertson and other Cub relievers. The Rays and the Mets, they're currently in on David Robertson. The Rays are evaluating Robertson and other Cub relievers. Per Robert Murray, I could easily see this happening. I could easily see him going to the Mets, but we'll see. I think either him and Contreras might go to the Mets. And the Mets, people are going to bash for stacking their team, but that's what you gotta do to win. I mean, that's what teams you gotta do to win. But I don't know if the Mets need to trade for like Wilson Contreras or David Robertson. I could see him going after J.D. Martinez, but I could also see him getting David Robertson and Contreras in the same deal. So we'll see. The Rays could get Contreras maybe and David Robertson in the same trade package. We'll see. And next thing I want to talk about is the Minnesota Twins are reportedly more interested in Reds right-handed pitcher Tyler Mahle than Luis Castillo. Pendejo face for the Minnesota Twins. What are you smoking, Minnesota? Luis Castillo, as they look to add pitching ahead of next Tuesday's deadline, per Dan Hayes. I don't know why you prefer Tyler Mahle over Luis Castillo. Let's look at his stats, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at Tyler Mahle's stats. I'm pretty sure Luis Castillo is much better.
The 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage starts at $20,760 and get 39 miles per
So, yeah, let's go look at his stats right quick. Luis Castillo had a good start last night, struck out the next 3 batters, so he's done as a Yankee, as a Red. He's 4-7 this year. A 4.48 ERA in 18 games, 98.1 innings pitched, 107 strikeouts, a 1.271 WHIP. I mean, I just don't know. He's decent, but that 4.48 ERA, that's not too good. Don't know if the Twins are smoking. Why would they prefer like Tyler Mahle over Luis Castillo this year, who is like stats pop up. For the fucking Reds. Okay. But why would you prefer him over Luis Castillo? I know he's 4-4 this year, but you look at that ERA, which is a lot lower, 2.86 ERA. Tyler Mahle's 1.9 WAR to Luis Castillo's 3.3 WAR. 85 innings with 90 strikeouts and a 1.071 WHIP. He's been much better this year than Tyler Mahle, but Twins gonna twin. Of course, they're interested more in Tyler Mahle than Luis Castillo. Some more news. Cleveland Guardians, they're reportedly most willing to trade right-handed pitcher Zach Plesac and Aaron Savali per Jeff Passan. I could see this happening easily. They could get a decent trade package for these 2 pitchers. They've sucked for Cleveland, but if they can get a good trade package and they go to another team, these 2 pitchers could excel somewhere else, and we could see, and we'll see where they get traded though. Should be interesting. And the Cardinals, Mariners, and Yankees, they've reportedly been the most aggressive teams on Reds right-handed pitcher Luis Castillo and A's right-handed pitcher Frankie Montas. Also, the Twins, Blue Jays, and Padres have also shown interest in Frankie Montas, and Castillo to varying extents. So we'll see. Luis Castillo. The Yankees I feel like the Yankees are somehow going to get one of those pitchers. So I think one of them's going to be the Yankees. I think it'll be Frankie Montas and Luis Castillo. I feel like the Dodgers are too quiet. I feel like they're either going to get Castillo or Soto. When the Dodgers are quiet, they're not many trade rumors about them. They'll do something. So there weren't really many trade rumors for them last season until the last minute when they got Scherzer and Turner. So we have an injury. So yeah. Next thing I want to talk about is a heartbreaking story. Mike Trout. We have an update on his injury. We have an unfortunate update on Mike Trout. It's some pretty sad news. So regarding the injury he has, it's pretty unfortunate. So let's get into it. So the injury, it's heartbreaking. Angel superstar outfielder Mike Trout is reportedly dealing with a back injury that he'll likely have to manage the rest of his career after dealing with ribcage inflammation and received a cortisone injection in his back last Thursday to help deal with the alignment. Anaheim's athletic trainer Mike Frostad recently said the injection was done with the joint where the rib meets up with the spine, so it's kind of a difficult area to get to, and he just has to let that cortisone take effect. He's doing some stuff right now that doesn't involve rotation. He added today that it's a pretty rare condition he has right now in his back, so it's like a rare condition, and Dr. Robert Watkins III, who's one of the most well-known spine surgeons in the country, if not the world, doesn't see a lot of these. So if one of the most like well-known spine surgeons in the country doesn't see a lot of these, man, this is unfortunate. From carrying the Angels franchise his whole career. So, yeah, unfortunate update there from Mike Trout. Now we have some more news. The Boston Red Sox, they are reportedly listening to trade offers for slugger JD Martinez. So, this makes sense. I felt the Red Sox, they might as well just start selling players at this point. They're just terrible now. Like, they've fallen off. They've lost like 8 of their last 9. They just need to give up. This year, JD Martinez, it's been pretty good. 9 homers, 38 RBIs, 295 batting average. But he gets on base a lot, 363 on base, 471 slugging, 833 OPS, 128 OPS plus. So, batting basically near 300 this year. 5-time All-Star, he's a 3-time Silver Slugger, and he's been really good this year, so whatever team gets JD Martinez, we'll get a good DH type bat. So I wrote this on a wrong page, so I just ripped it out. I'm just going to look at it. And the New York Yankees, they're reportedly showing interest in Reds right-handed pitcher Luis Castillo and A's right-handed pitcher Frankie Montas per Jon Heyman. The Yankees are said to be serious players in the top end pitching market. And like I said, I think one of these pitchers going to New York. I think it's gonna be Frankie Montas. I think Luis Castillo, at this point, I don't know where he's gonna go. Like the Dodgers, the Yankees, Padres, Cardinals, Blue Jays, we'll see. But yeah, that's another update right there. Guardians ace right-handed pitcher Shane Bieber reportedly could be had ahead of next Tuesday's trade deadline for an exorbitant price per Jeff Passan. And I feel like this is as high as his trade value is going to get. I guess velocity's dropped down, but he's still pitched well this year, I think. He's pitched well. So, whatever team gets Shane Bieber, I still think he's a decent enough pitcher. Yeah, you look at 4-6, 3.55 ERA. But you look 111.2 innings pitched with 110 strikeouts with a 1.1 WHIP. He's a Cy Young, Triple Crown, ERA title, 2-time All-Star. He's an MVP of the All-Star game. That means anything. But I mean, he's a decent enough pitcher. He's not as good as he used to be a few years ago, but he's still decent enough. I think this high as his trade value is going to get though. And this is like, as hard as his name is in the trade market a little bit, I feel this is as good a value as you're going to get. And the Houston Astros are reportedly open to the idea of moving one of their starting pitchers to help fill holes on the team roster, or on the team, per Jeff Passan. So Jeff Passan killing these trade rumors. I think they're going to trade Orodalzi if this does happen, if this is true. So I think it's either Orodalzi. So I think they're going to keep your Quiddy, but Orodalzi or your Quiddy are the only guys that the Astros can really move. But I feel like it's Orodalzi. The White Sox and Yankees are reportedly showing interest in Pirates left-handed pitcher Jose Quintana per Robert Murray, which makes sense. If the Yankees do miss out on these top 2 pitchers, they can go after Quintana. But who knew? Pirates were selling. Maybe the Dodgers could go after him, though. And last story we'll talk about is the Los Angeles Dodgers. Finally, some Dodger news. They're reportedly looking to All-Star first baseman Garrett Cooper, per Jon Heyman. Heyman notes that teams that are in the Juan Soto may wait to act on the other hitters that will be available ahead of next Tuesday's deadline. So the Dodgers are looking at other hitters like Garrett Cooper. So they're looking at other hitters right now. So they're looking at Garrett Cooper for All-Star from this year, who been decent. He's batting .279 with 7 homers, 40 RBIs, 118 OPS plus with 347 on base, 426 slugging, 773 OPS. It's been pretty decent this year, so it's better than Max Muncy and Bellinger to me. So yeah, that's all the MLB news. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Until next time, I thank you for watching.